Hello my lovies, welcome back to Crazy But Not Dangerous. I'm Shorty Vaughn, and yeah, 4'5", like to cook budget meals, like to save $1, yay, hooray. I'm super excited just to be alive today. Don't need a special reason one bit. I'm also super excited because I'm so hungry and we're having Swedish meatballs, yay, hooray. I'm also super excited because I have the absolute best viewers and subscribers. You all, with your words of encouragement and your love and support, you have lifted me up. I'm just up there soaring with the eagles today. Yay, hooray. And I can't thank you enough for your words of encouragement and the love and the support and all of those things. You all are fantastic. I couldn't ask for anything more. In this day and age, it's hard to tell. Does anybody really, give a hoot anymore? People cut you off in traffic, cut you out at the grocery store. There's so many varying views and a need to be right. And yeah, you're not sure, but I know who cares. I know who cares. And babies, it's right back at you. I care about you too. Let me know what's going on down below so I can be of some support to you when you need it. Absolutely. Well, you know what? Let's get down to Swedish meatballs because I'm hungry. Yay, hooray. You know me, I've got half of an onion. I'm going to go ahead and give it a slice up. Yep, absolutely. We go through a lot of onions. So I'm making Swedish meatballs, and I want to get these onions started first. I've got about 1 tablespoon of olive oil in here, and I'm just going to give these a pretty large dice because this is, in my opinion, one of those dishes that can absolutely take it. So, yep, give those a little rough chippity chop. I'm going to get those in there, get those all brown and delicious. Going to turn it on to about a 6. And if I get a little brown in the bottom of this, I'm okay with that too. It will help us build our sauce. You could absolutely make this in the slow cooker. Yeah. So my meatballs, I'm not rolling them myself. I got this at Smart and Final for $6.99. It is a 1 pound, 10 ounce bag, 52 meatballs. So what I have done is I have portioned out 20 meatballs because I think that is more than enough for Andrew and I tonight for dinner. And then, a little bit left over tomorrow, fingers crossed, for lunch. Otherwise, we still have chicken and dressing. Yay, hooray. And that was so good. It was fantastic. And those green chilies, yeah, fabulous. I'm going to let this brown. Then I'm going to go ahead and throw in these frozen meatballs. My mother never made Swedish meatballs. Well, she never made meatballs in general because there was no way that she was standing at the counter and rolling meatballs for all of us. It would take her all day long. And I don't think back then that they had like prepackaged frozen meatballs for her. I'm not sure that they would have bought them even if they were available. But I like meatballs. These were pretty good value. That's why I got them. I believe when I purchased this a few months back, the lowest cost ground beef per pound that I could find was like $4.99. So at the time, $7 for a pound and 10 ounces seemed like a really good value. So my ground beef costs have gone down a little bit. It's up and down, it's up and down. But at the time, I'm like, yeah, I'll get those. I'll use those eventually. So there we go. We got some meatballs. We also have a package of sliced mushrooms and some other things. I'm just going to go ahead and brown these onions. They're starting to sizzle. Yay, great. Bring you back and show you what they look like. Okay, well, while those are just sizzling away, let's go ahead and make our beef stock. So so I don't have any beef stock in the freezer. But I did have a Better Than Bouillon roasted beef base. Yay, hooray. So I am going to take about 2 cups of water and about 1/2 tablespoon of the beef base, and just go ahead and make myself a little bit of beef stock. Won't hurt a bit. So I want this to have good, deep, rich flavor. Come on, get down on in there. You can do it. So I'm going to just go ahead and get that all stirred up. If you didn't have beef stock, if you don't have the Better Than Bouillon, but you have some of those dollar store beef cubes, yeah, I've got some in the pantry. But you know, this one's got an expiration date, so I got to move it on along. Don't want to let it die on the vine. Anyhow, yeah, bouillon cubes, they'll work just fine. And if all you have is a Lipton onion soup mix, that's going to do it too. Absolutely. All right, that looks well incorporated. These are doing what they do. Oh, they're getting a little toasty brown. I'm going to go ahead and throw my meatballs in. Frozen. Yep, won't hurt a bit. I just want them to get a little warmed up, maybe get a little sear on them. That's about it. Let everything get in there and just do what it does. Smells good already. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. Just a little bit of brown on all sides. Maybe just a little bit of that, you know, golden rich color right there. If some sticks to the bottom, I'm not worried about it. That's going to help us make our sauce. Yay, hooray. All right, going to give these a few minutes. Bring you right back. All right, my lovelies, got a little sear on all of them. And I just have a bowl here to offset them so that we can go ahead and make our sauce. Get those onions out too. Oh, they're good and brown. They smell delicious. All right, and we'll go ahead and put that back on there. I'm going to turn this down to between a 4 and a 5. I have about 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to go ahead and throw that right on in there. And get that all good and melty. There we go. Got a little bit of onion. Got a runner. And I don't want that to get really any more brown because I think it's brown enough. I don't want it to be bitter. Sometimes, you know, it's a delicate balance with your onions between sauteed and caramelized and delicious, and oh my goodness, yeah, that little bit of bitterness. So get them on out of there. All right, my butter is almost melted. I also have 3 tablespoons of regular all-purpose flour. I'm going to go ahead and add that right on in there. And then I'm just going to cook this down until we get that raw flour taste out. So that butter and that flour, you know, mingles together. What have you been up to? What's new and exciting in your life? Tell me. Today I did dishes, laundry, trash. It was my day off. And then I made some doctor's appointments to get those all taken care of before the end of the month. And talked on the phone to my baby sister for a few minutes. That was nice. Went to the library to see how their seed exchange program was doing. So my library offers a seed exchange program. You check them out and borrow the seeds, and you get a little packet Maybe there's 10 or 20 in there. Anyhow, you check those out. You go home, you plant them, and then if you actually grow something, you let part of it go to seed, and then package it up, take it back to the library, and let them go ahead and redistribute that, flowers, vegetables. They had all kinds of things. I'm going to add my 2 cups of beef stock to this. Yay, hooray. So I wanted to find out how that went. Also wanted to look at some cookbooks and various other things while I was down there at the library. The library is an excellent resource and not a terrible place to hang out. Okay, got my beef broth in there. Got my little flour and butter roux. Yay, hooray. Now my butter did get a little bit brown, and I am completely okay with that, because that brown butter, when it gets that real nutty smell, again, it's a delicate balance. It can go either way. But when it gets that real nutty smell, that's going to add so much to this sauce. It's going to be terrific. Now, this is the point when you can add a cup of heavy cream. But I actually prefer to add sour cream to mine, because we like that little bit of tang, that little bit of zip. And I bought sour cream. It was on sale last week for 95 cents a pound, and I couldn't beat that with making my own. So I'm going to add 1/3 cup of sour cream to it. I'm going to go ahead and add about 2/3 cup extra liquid. There we go. You could add milk if you were so inclined, but I think that little extra bit of water and that sour cream is going to be just fine. And I want to make sure that I have enough milk tomorrow for Andrew's breakfast, because I did not buy milk yet. I'm waiting for Wednesday to see if it goes on sale. So we have some shelf-stable milk, and I can always pull that out, but he does not prefer it. All right, we might just go ahead and work this until that sour cream gets all incorporated and super yummy. Shouldn't take any time at all. But if you're in a hurry, go grab a whisk. It'll be all right. And really, that's the hardest part of all. I'm going to go ahead and add my meatballs back to it. And my onions. Yay, great. Now it's going to need a little bit of seasoning. And it's going to need a little bit of cracked black pepper. Well, actually quite a lot. I would say, between 1/2 teaspoon and a teaspoon of black pepper, because I think that sauce can really hold up to it. But you add as much as you like, baby. It's all right. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of grinds of salt in here. I can always add more after it reduces, after those flavors are concentrated. Yup. And that sauce is already thickening up. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I have some granulated garlic. Hello, Gilroy. And let's go ahead and put 1 teaspoon in. If you don't like garlic that much, maybe 1/2 teaspoon. My mother used to ride us all the time about be an individual, be yourself, and yeah, be yourself. she didn't know how far I was really going to take that. I think, later in life she was, that might have been the wrong advice for Shorty. But yeah, be yourself. Cook the things that you like to cook. This is just a jumping off point. We also love dill. And again, I think that goes great with the beef and the dill and that tang from that sour cream. I think that's just phenomenal. I always add it. If you don't like dill, parsley would be just as good, fresh or dried. And I'm going to put 1 teaspoon in there, but I reserve the right to add more. And it's just bubbling away now. Oh, I wish you could smell it. It smells fantastic. Fantastic. Now you're looking around and you're like, Shorty, I don't see any pasta. Where's your egg noodles? Well, you know what? We actually prefer ours with mashed potatoes more so than pasta. And if I don't have mashed potatoes, then we actually prefer rice with our Swedish meatballs. I know. Gasp. Anyhow, I am going to go ahead and turn this down to a 3, and I am going to let this slowly simmer on my stove and let that sauce tighten up a bit. You can already see that it has tightened that. I almost forgot the most important ingredient. Shame on me, I forgot the mushrooms. I don't think I'm going to use the whole package of mushrooms, but these look a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and give these a rinse off. I'll be right back. Great. Give them a little rinse off. Just give them a little pat down. I don't think it really makes any difference since we're going to put them into a bunch of liquid. Now, those used to be pre-washed and they did a good job. But since our water cutbacks on the Colorado River have affected farming here in Arizona, California, Nevada, and what have you, is that what I am finding is that what was typically pretty clean produce really looks like it needs a good scrub. So if you're this winter, if you're getting produce that's not local to you, but something from Arizona, California, Nevada, make sure you're washing it really well. Anyhow, so there we go. I think we've got all of the things in there. Yep. Oh, it smells amazing. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cover this and let this simmer on a 3. If it looks like it's boiling too much, I'll turn it down to a 2. But I want to give it about a good half hour just for all those flavors to mingle it all up. Absolutely. Now there are 32 meatballs left in here. So I have another, Swedish meatball or spaghetti and meatball with 20 more meatballs. But then in reserve, we will still have 12 meatballs left over, which is just the perfect amount for meatball sandwiches. Really good ones. Yay, hooray. So, while this was almost $7, at the time it cost less than a pound of hamburger. And I'm getting 3 really great meals out of this. So I'm not mad at that at all. I think this overall is a good deal. It's fast, it's easy, it's convenient, and yeah, I'm okay with it. I think these are great. My lovelies, well, dinner is done. We've got some warmed up leftover mashed potatoes, some honey glazed Cracker Barrel copycat carrots, and then our Swedish meatballs. And I'm going to pour those right over top of the mashed potatoes and make sure that we're getting plenty of those onions and everything, mushrooms, all the good things. Let's take a taste test. Yay, hooray, I'm hungry. It's time for Jeopardy. Oh, that's super good. Swedish meatballs. It's what's for dinner. Alright, my lovelies, be good, be careful, look both ways. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching Crazy But Not Dangerous. Thanks for all of your love and support. Have a great day.